Hey guys, got another part to go. It's doing an update on the bike so far. Like you can see, I brass out that screen pretty good. You can see it in the daylight now. It's not all foggy. It turned out pretty good. Brass all works good for that. Took care of the mat with some Velcro. All the cracks and everything else are repaired, as well as over here. Put a bar in here, drilled a couple of holes. It's solid and epoxied it. That was all caved in, the whole side actually. This one here was taped. Once I cleaned the glue off, I used clear epoxy. It's good enough. It's holding it together. Exchanged the mirrors. Low profile, new grips. I had to cut the new grips to get them on, but they work great and they're easy on the hands. I spent half the day trying to replace the 500 watt controller with the 1200 watt until I realized that this tsunamibike, this model, the gt80, is 60-degree controller, not a 120. And all my high-end controllers are 120, so I got kind of burned there. Wasted half the day on that. So the original is back in, and as you can see, it's working. Oh, there's this power band that I mentioned. People think I'm crazy. Now listen to this. When you give it full gas, it goes to top speed, and then it goes to a higher speed. Watch. See? It's bizarre. It's like turbo. Anyway, I wanted to show that because some people didn't believe me, and it's kind of weird. Anyway, so we're gonna do a little video on this. I need a little trunk space on this because you got batteries on the floor, batteries in the seat, and there's nowhere you can put a cable lock. So I'm gonna recycle the back end that's pretty messed up. This is normal for a tsunamibike, where the back rack just gets self-destructs, which is normal. Here's the funny part though. This is all thick aluminum, thick metal all the way around, and these two pieces here that hold the trunk. But the piece that does the most weight is as thin as tinfoil. Like, I mean, thin. Look at how thin that is. Listen to it. Okay? And they don't even have it going right over the nut like that, which they should have, right? For more strength. They have it over here and going across. And then in the middle here they have a little piece like this hanging out to go to the nut. So you have one weak spot, and obviously using tinfoil like tubing in the middle is the second weak spot. So I'm not going to try and look for this rack because obviously I'm going to end up with the same problem. The rest of it is pretty thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a aluminum or steel bar across right over top of the nut and drill here and here, bolt it with machine bolts, drill it over the nut in line with the nut, put a longer nut in, and then raise it up and level it with washers. That'll make it nice and strong. And then we'll drill 2 holes here and 2 holes here and put a little metal strips going to the bar, and that'll get rid of that. That'll make that stronger, and then we can put this back on. There's a split in the bottom here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of plywood on the inside, thin plywood, and run the screws through to the rack. That way it gives it a little bit of strength. It doesn't start it's not going to make the crack any bigger in there. I don't feel like buying a new one. The lock still works, so but that's going to be working on tomorrow. I wasted all my day today with this bloody controller. But, I wanted to show that because that's pretty pathetic, and the sad part is this isn't the first tsunamibike that I've seen that does this. So I won't buy another one. I'm just buying into the same problem. Fix what I got. Later, guys.